I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, well, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
Hi, my name is Alessia. I'm watching my Aunt and Annie at Good Morning Frederick, and I love her.
Oh, good morning, Frederick. Oh, yes. Today is Monday, March 31st, and I'm your host, Danny Gurry. That is my nephew, Alessio. Couldn't start today without it. It just gets your day going so well. Of course, it's Mama Cone absolutely loves it as well. Today is show 244. Tomorrow is Good Morning Frederick's 1-year anniversary. It is unbelievable to me that this is where we are and how far we have come. I cannot thank you guys enough. Without you, this would not be possible. And tomorrow, we got a special show. I'll be kicking it off right here, then heading to the home of everything Frederick, where Mama Cone will be. And my husband Ash will be, and I will join you there. And we got some special guests popping in throughout the morning. I think we've got Dave Hawkins from Hawkins Landscape will be there. We've got Gail from the Maryland Lottery. I believe we'll have WLR stopping by as well. I think my friend Ashley from Tree Trekkers will be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we invite you to come down as well. Tomorrow, you get 50% off all Good Morning Frederick merch from 9 to 11 a.m. only. And we have a special 1-year anniversary t-shirt that we will be releasing tomorrow. Limited time only for that. So 401 North Market Street tomorrow. And what great weather we have had, to be honest. I tell you, this weekend was lovely. It was so nice to get out and about. I hope you had a chance to do that as well. All right, we got a packed show for you. Here's a rundown. Got trending stories with Danny and Marco. You got happening in Frederick. We'll highlight some of the events going on in our area over the next few weeks. Then Wags for Hope. I talked to Christy and Laura, who are owners of Sparkle and Maya. And I tell you, adorable. Absolutely. Great program, though. And if you have a well-behaved dog, not like my dog, you could be one of the team members for Wags for Hope. Then Smith's Creative Outlet. I ventured to Thurmont and talked with Ashley and Jared about their art on the move, basically, that they have. And it was really a fun time. Possum Pets, you're going to meet Maisie, a 2-year-old female Rottweiler Great Dane mix. She looks absolutely adorable. And Adam plays Toto in Other Voices Theater's production of The Wizard of Oz at the Weinberg coming up Easter weekend. And I chat with him as well. And we find out what it's like for an actor to play Toto. And I think you'll enjoy this because it's a little bit different than the ordinary. All right, today is the last day to buy Good Morning Frederick merch to benefit Wags for Hope. Now, you are going to have to do it online. I'm going to put I should have gotten this ready. So it is promocircus.com/shop. That is what you need. promocircus.com/shop. If you go to promocircus.com, you'll see merch, a merch tab. You can purchase your Good Morning Frederick merch online and either pick it up at the shop or we can mail it out to you. And that way they get the proceeds because today is the last day of March. So yeah, we would love to make sure they get some a good donation this month, thanks to you guys supporting Good Morning Frederick. Okay. And we got that today. Don't forget about the podcast. And still, we are always looking for subscribers on YouTube to the show. If you can subscribe, we would love that very much. It tells YouTube we're a good show for people to watch. And they'll send it out to more and more people, which helps all of our advertisers, interviews with local businesses, nonprofits, and all that great stuff. All right, let's get this week started. Got to thank our show sponsor, Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard of Frederick. They are open daily, noon to 9 p.m. And don't forget, you can also get a hot pretzel or iced coffee along with your Italian Ice and Frozen Custard. Or if you're like me, it is always the mango gelati with vanilla custard. That's my stock standard. But I do want to try that new Skittles just to see what it's like. So I might have to get a little mini one of those and try it. But if you can't get to Rita's, they can come to you on Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. And there is no reason not to have Rita's. Even at an event, you can call them and they can either bring their mobile unit out or they can cater as well. 538 West South Street is where you can find Rita's, and you can visit them there. All right, trending stories. Let's see what is trending on social media.
Hello, and welcome to your trending stories on this very good Monday morning. What's up? My name is Marco, and this is Danny of Good Morning Frederick as we start another week. Weeks that are hopefully making it into spring, although I think winter is trying to hang on and cause all kinds of havoc all over the country, by the way. The weather has been insane, but we'll get to that. Make sure you hit share, like, comment. Let us know what you're doing. Share this on your page. We're trying to get as many people to watch us as we possibly can. If you're watching this in Frederick County, this is the show for you. The only one tailored to everybody who lives in Frederick. It's about Frederick, and it loves Frederick. And, of course, the princess of Frederick is Danny Gurry, the purveyor of Good Morning Frederick. Good morning, Danny.
Good morning, Marco, and good morning to all of you watching. Appreciate it very much. You tuning in. Yeah, started this show 1 year ago tomorrow. One year. Tomorrow is our 1 year old birthday. We're going to have huge things going on the show and at 401 North Market Street. But today is the eve of our first birthday.
Boy, that first year already in the book. Seems like you just started a couple months ago.
Yeah, I know it might seem that way to you. However,
it's amazing.
We've interviewed, I think, over 500 people.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Put out 1,600 videos, I think, on our YouTube channel or something crazy like that. Have 1,200 subscribers and thousands who watch us on Facebook as well. So yeah, it's been a pretty cool run.
Everywhere I go in Frederick County, somebody says, I've seen you on Danny's show, and Danny, this, and you're like, obviously you should be the mayor of the city, but I can't believe it's already been a year. You have that many people under your belt, and you're continuing to put Frederick County, the whole Frederick into the spotlight, which is amazing. And if you love Frederick as much as Danny does, you should follow this. You should share it on all your social medias, and you should get it out because I think more people need to know about the great city and county of Frederick.
Yeah, and look, I mean, I know a lot of people always say, oh, share, like, and comment, and it's really to help these nonprofits and small businesses. That was why I started this show, is to give them a leg up against some of these big guys who have a lot of money for marketing and advertising, and some of our smaller guys just don't have that. So they use free outlets like my show to help spread the word. So if you find a segment that you really like, you can go straight to YouTube, share that segment to your social media, and help that local business or nonprofit out.
I mean,
she has the comedic timing of.
I've adopted this cat that wants to have a podcast. I could be in this house for 35 straight hours, and the cat doesn't come near me. As soon as the mics go on and the cameras go on, this cat cannot wait to be in the middle of everything.
I'm telling you, she probably already does have a podcast. Nora, you're so adorable.
Sorry.
She is stealing our show, though. I gotta say. I gotta say, people are like, I had to put Remy on the show the other day, too, because he was biting my ankles while the show started. So I don't know what it is with these cats. But
well, we're number one on YouTube with cats. I can tell you that much. It's the number one show for cats. If your cat is at home, just turn this show on. And
turn the show on. There is something about it.
Yeah. Pretty soon she'll be on Possum Pets, I'm sure. Anyway, so it's great, Frederick. It's all about. I love what you're doing. I don't think you get enough credit for bringing Frederick in the spotlight. We all love Frederick County, Frederick City, and everything going on there. And boy, if you want to know anything about the city, this is the place to be. So, congratulations on almost 1 year. Tomorrow will be that big show, and if you have to watch one episode, it should be tomorrow.
Yes, please do, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, well, we're going to start with something that, I think it's just amazing. It's, to me, there's a bunch of reasons why I think that you should watch that AI, I think AI has its place and if you use AI in the right atmosphere, it just makes your life so much better. And I think this person has finally figured out how to use AI the best possible way. I'm going to play this stuff. I don't know if you've seen these clips are just all over, but this is AI rendering people that are no longer with us. I'm going to turn that off so I don't get but
it dinged.
I mean, this is what it does is it gives you an idea of what somebody would look like.
Wow.
At the current age that they are, if they would have lived. Now, Brittany Murphy died when she was 27, but this ages them to where they think it would be, and then you get this. It's pretty amazing, actually, when you sit there. These have millions of views.
Unbelievable.
Online. This one has 2 million views on TikTok. But just incredible that you can do this now with AI. You can age somebody to where they were, and then you can make it move as if they are still with us. It's if you're going to do anything with AI, to me, I think this is just... He
died, James Gandolfini. I forgot about that.
Yeah, all these celebrities have gone on, and what it's done is it's tried to put what they would look like today. So even though DMX died when he was in his 50s, but River Phoenix died when he was 20, and here he is at 54, and it really is.
Wow. Yeah. That this would be so helpful in the with child abductions and things like that, when they're trying to age out what a kid might look like if you been missing for a long time or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and there's hundreds of these. I mean, the Kobe Bryant. I mean, it just really is. Wow. So these videos. There's a TikTok channel with nothing but this, and it just is pretty insane when you and then you're like, oh gosh, I totally forgot Pat Tillman played for the Cardinals. This is what Chadwick. Now that's a pretty recent. But I mean, pretty insane to see. This is what they would look like right now, and I'm just fascinated by this channel.
Oh yeah! Holy cow!
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. To me, I just think this is the way to use AI. Like, I mean, it looks like they're still here. They could still be here.
Yeah.
And it ages them to where they would be today if they were still around with us.
Yeah.
Just
that is pretty wild. Oh, Phil Hartman. God, forgot about him too.
Yeah, see, like when you start watching those videos, you start to really be like, wow, I can't even, and then you just, it just is, you know what I mean? It is like one of those things where it keeps going and you keep saying to yourself, wow.
I know. Yeah. I mean, look, like everything technology wise, it's all got its place for sure.
Yeah. So I just think if you're going to do something with AI, that's how you do it. All right. We're going to do yours here. You want to play this first or you want to talk about it?
Yeah. I mean, this is an interesting, he tells a story about what he had to do when he was young. And I'm wondering what you think about this.
All right, so well, let's put that on here and see.
When I was 7 years old, my dad would make me order for the entire table at a restaurant. You're the man of the table now. When the waiter comes to the table, you're going to ask them their name, and then you're going to say their name in a sentence. And I was like, Dad, this is stupid. I'm not doing this. And he's like, do it. So I'll never forget. The guy come to the table. I said, what's your name? He said, John. John, me and my sister would like 2 Shirley Temples, please. And my dad will have this, my mom will have this. And so he would make me do that everywhere we go. Every decent restaurant, nice restaurant. And at first I was like, oh, this is so stupid. But I remember maybe 3-4 months after he started making me do it, we're at this place, the Cliff House in Maine. And I have the server's name, and I say, excuse me, Matt. Comes right over. I said, me and my sister would like 2 Shirley Temples, please. And I look over, and there's a guy sitting right there with his wife. He's about 50 years old, and he's flailing. Sir, excuse me, sir, please. Not getting the attention of the waiter. And he had the same waiter as we did. And Matt already brought my Shirley Temples back to the table before that dumb ever got the attention of the waiter. Why? Because everybody's a sir. You have zero control of any situation if you do not have the name of the person. When I was 7.
Yeah. That's
So, 2 interesting things from that. Like, number one, I think having your kids from a young age learn to make eye contact, speak to strangers, carry out something that would be considered an adult conversation, I think is so valuable.
Super important. I thought this was going to go in the way that's actually what I've done with all of my children. We'd be at McDonald's, we'd get our food or whatever, and I would do all the ordering first, but we'd sit at the table and my son Josh or my Addie JC, or even now with Alessio, they would, hey, can we get some ice cream? And I'm like, yeah, here's $5. I want you to walk up to the counter and I want you to ask for an ice cream. And I would obviously watch them. But I made them do that so that they would have interaction with people. And I really, truly, honestly believe you listen there all day now. It's just like pop, 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 pop. There's no human interaction with kids. And I made them all go up and order if they wanted. If they didn't want to do it, they didn't get the candy, they didn't get the ice cream, they didn't get the desserts.
Yeah.
And obviously the people that are working there, they smile, they're super nice. The kids are coming up, but it really taught them to talk to adults, hold a conversation, have eye contact, and I really think that'll help them. And I did. That's something I did religiously, which it was similar to what I think this guy's dad was teaching him.
Well, and I do think, too, when you use somebody's name in a way, it immediately, there are so many studies being done. They tell you to do it in sales as well. People love hearing their own name, and they will put you kind of ahead of somebody else who's just snapping their fingers rudely or saying, hey, sir, hey, excuse me, or whatever. And not that a good waiter or waitress won't get to you if you don't know their name, but knowing somebody's name, you establish an immediate rapport with that person. It's a relationship, even if it's just for the 30-45 hour that you're there at that restaurant. So
not only that, I can't tell you, as soon as the sound of the person telling their name to me is wafted into my ears, I've already forgotten their name. And it's been proven. You can remember up to almost 90% of people's names. If somebody says, hi, I'm Danny, and then you say, hi, Danny, you say it back. That stays with you, just to get in. But I can't tell you, boy, I've shaken somebody's hand and walked away. I have no idea what their name is. I'm like, I am a terrible person.
I know. You do have to use it. Use it immediately so that your brain actually references the face with the name. Because so many times I'm like, oh my gosh, I recognize that person and I cannot figure out what their name is. It helps with that too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you meet a lot of people, so that is definitely for you fantastic. All right, what's up with this?
All right, well, spring is here and it's time to spring clean, and this organizer is telling us 3 things we should get rid of right away. One I have an issue with, and we'll see the rest and see what you think.
All right.
I'm a professional organizer, and here are 3 things I want you to please throw away today. And I mean, like right now. It's not hard. Won't take long. It'll just make your life easier. Okay, number 1, I want you to get rid of any extras that you have when it comes to your office.
Too hard.
I'm talking about your staplers, your
I love all my staplers.
Yes.
All my tape dispensers.
Yeah, your house is almost like a Staples warehouse. I mean, every time I come there with my kids, they're like, yeah, I mean, Aunt Danny's got, I don't care what, you need an X-Acto knife, you need a gun glue. We've got you have literally I bet if you actually went to a Staples, you probably have more of at least one of the items than they have there. Colored markers. I mean, it's just an insane. It's like a Hobby Lobby at your house every time we come over there. So you definitely this would probably be like almost death to you for this lady.
I do not know what it is with my love with office supplies. I do not know, but I love it. I love
It's
paper.
incredible.
I love stationery. I love thank you notes. I love them all. I use them. I do use them, but I do love them.
Yeah. All right. What else does she say?
You need one that works. So pick your favorite and get rid of the rest. Number 2, it's time to address that doom pile of paper and mail that you've been putting off for too long. If you do anything on this list,
I do not have. I do not have a mail or paper clutter.
Yeah, I've got that. Because I have a lot of bills, so they all kind of just sit out and stare at me, and I'm like, I got to go through these.
Not good for the psyche. Not good.
That is not good. Not good.
No.
Deal with the papers, especially if it's taking up space on your kitchen counter. Please get rid of it. And number 3, throw away the empty electronics boxes. And I already know that y'all are going to be crying about this in the comments, but you don't need them. Throw them away.
So here's where it's funny. If I could take my camera and just move over to, I have probably 50, but I have camera boxes. I have every camera lens box. And the reason you save them is because I just sold one on eBay this week. When you sell them back, you can just sell a camera by itself, but you can sell a camera with all of the paperwork and the box and the stuff it came in for almost twice as much. So this I will hardly disagree with. If you're ever gonna, now listen, if you're gonna get an iPad, it's gonna be the last iPad you ever get, and you're never gonna sell it. Sure, throw the box away. But if you've got high-end camera stuff or lenses or ThinkPads or iPads, I would save the box.
Yeah, that's funny. So we agree. Well, we've each got stuff we got to work on.
Well, yeah. Yes, we do. I probably have a little bit more than you do. So I do know that this weekend you went to the Cows game. The Cows back, and everyone's super excited about that. Baseball season,
I
of course.
know. They're kicking off the season hot. They're doing great. Yeah, we were at the Cows this weekend, and we love having them as part of Frederick for sure.
Yeah. Baseball season starting, obviously, which is great. The Nats and the Orioles.
Those are today. And if you've got tickets to opening day, just know they've moved up the game time because of some storms that are supposed to come through Baltimore. So I believe it's a 2:35 game time for opening day today in Baltimore.
And I would be remiss till it's a couple days late. Great season for Maryland basketball. This is the first time that the Maryland boys and the Maryland girls both went to the Sweet 16. It's never happened in school history. There is some stuff going on with the coach. We'll see how that works.
That is so crappy. And we probably should talk about it for just a second. But for that coach to have brought this drama to the end of this season, I think is totally horrible. And it just, there's so much controversy right now on all kinds of groups about Maryland and Maryland basketball and the athletic directors and what we should do. But being a part of the Big Ten, basketball should be our game. They got to invest in somebody. But this is just to show why it's very difficult in this day and age to get a dynasty team anymore, because your coaches come and go, your players come and go. Very, very difficult. And so to watch what somebody like Duke is able to do year in, year out, or stay fairly consistent, it's tough.
It is tough. You think with the transfer portal, and obviously this kid's getting paid now, that it would help them stay in, and it has in the NFL. It definitely has started working, and in some other sports it hasn't. Basketball, not so much. They still leave real early for the NBA, and obviously the coaches come and go. So, but we'll see if the transfer portal and the name, image, and likeness, the NIL, and all that stuff trickles into basketball, but. It sucks because it's kind of a black mark, a black eye on a great season for the boys. Who knows what's going to happen?
You kind of feel bad for the kids who are there to play their 4 years and probably won't go to the pros and just want to have a good 4-year time at Maryland. Now it's all in a kerfuffle upside down, and there's a lot of unease. And You wonder if some of these guys are going to transfer to other schools where you're starting from scratch again. It just kind of stinks.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it does, and we'll definitely keep an eye on that. And I would just like to say,
I have to say this, and we can talk about it getting closer to. So, your nephew, my son, Cooper's graduating from Maryland this May, and they just announced the commencement speaker for graduation. It is Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here. Oh,
Yeah,
my gosh.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so Jim Henson is a Terp, created Kermit the Frog while at the University of Maryland. Of course, he has passed away since, but I think they're 50-50 split on people who are just beside themselves thinking, oh my God, I can't believe Kermit the Frog. I did text Cooper and I said, oh, here's your commencement speaker. He goes, yeah, last year gets the governor of Maryland. This year we get a Muppet. And I said, well, there you go.
well, you went from Muppet to puppet, I guess. So anyway,
Yeah.
that'll get everybody all riled up. Just kidding around.
That's right.
I would like to say tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary, and I can almost tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that the only time that I've heard the word kerfuffle was in this particular podcast. So I think we made some sort of a record there. Hit share, like, and comment, and make sure you check us out right here. It's Good Morning Frederick. Danny, what do you got coming up later on here this morning?
Well, we're going to be talking a new age of Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is coming up at the Weinberg Center. We got Wags for Hope on the last day of the month that you can purchase merch to benefit that organization. And the Smith's Creative Outlet, Smith's Creative Outlet, they're coming up in the show as well.
All right, love that. Share, like, comment, see what's going on. Definitely watch the show their 1 year episode happening tomorrow and the rest of today here. Danny, thanks so much for joining us right here on Good Morning Frederick. And that is your trending stories for
Trending steady. It's trending on Twitter.
It's huge. It's trending all over the internet.
Well, yes, it is trending on the internet. Hope you enjoyed that. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back with a highlight of some of your events here in Frederick with Possum Pets. And then we've got Wags for Hope, Smith's Creative Outlet, and we've got Adam playing Toto in The Wizard of Oz. All of that is coming up just after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining finally beyond compare.
Well, let's find out what is happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Atlas Wood Floors. They've been serving the area for more than 34 years. They do wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, pretty much anything you can put on your floors, they can handle. They'll at least come out and talk to you and give you a quote. Give them a call today, 301-948-9663. That's 301-948-WOOD. Or when go to atlaswoodfloors.net. And when you give them a call, ask for Jeff, and he'll take great care of you. All right. Big announcement. Frederick girls softball needs 2 rec softball players. I think, let me just see, girls 8, 9, and 10 years old. If you're interested, if your young lady is interested in playing softball, all the games are in Frederick County. and I believe it's weeknights. They texted me yesterday about this, but I think it's $150 registration, and you get a whole season and a team of great girls to play softball. It is part of Frederick American Little League. I think, what does that say? Frederick Girls Softball.org, I think. Anyway, I can't read that. My eyes are old, and there you go. But if you look up Frederick Girls Softball, you'll find them. They're in the pink and black, which I love. All right, March 31st is today, 6 p.m. Save the FCC Children's Center event is happening at the Orioles Nest right off Key Parkway behind Burlington Coat Factory. I know that there was an announcement earlier this year that the Children's Center would close. I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do, and that might be the reason for the meeting, to see if there might be an opportunity to save the Children's Center. So if you're interested in that, if the Children's Center was something, I know Brody went there for a little bit, and, convenient for FCC employees and students as well. So tonight, 6 o'clock at the Orioles Nest. Tomorrow, of course, 9 to 11, I'll be kicking off the show here. And then Ash and Mama Cone will be at the home of everything, Frederick, 401 North Market Street. We're having a huge celebration for our 1-year anniversary. Would love for you to tune in. Please share the stream. And we'd love to get as many people watching for our 1 year as possible. April 2nd, which is Wednesday, Cocktails and Conversation at the Home of Everything Frederick, one of the best networking events ever. We will be there, and we'd love to see you there as well. April 4th, the Flying Cows are at home at Hood College. If you'd like tickets, text COWS to 888-465-2944. That's 888-465-2944. The Cows are 9-0. Great game yesterday. And we'd love for them to continue that streak for us. April 5th, first Saturday in downtown. From 10 to noon, it's the Youth Fishing Rodeo on Color Lake. 11 to 1, sip, sample, and shop with Neora, with Lori. And we're going to learn all about these results-driven beauty products. I can't wait, actually. She tells me they work, and we're going to try them. 11 to 4 at the Home of Everything Frederick. We've got Toa Waters. Zoomin' Groomin' has $15 nail trims on the spot. That bring your possum pet, cats included, to the Home of Everything Frederick, and we'll have some treats for them as well. But $15, and you can get their nails trimmed. Fortress Foundations will also be on site. Helping Hands and Caring Hearts is going to be on site. It's going to be a packed house, but we're going to have a great time, and we would love to see you there. 11 to 4 this Saturday. On the 6th, on Sunday, it is the Focus Cash Bingo, $200 per game cash prize. If you look it up on Eventbrite, Focus Cash Bingo, you will see the details there. It is at the Elks on Willowdale Road. April 10th, Take Back the Night at 6:30 at Hood College. It is a supportive and empowering event for all survivors of power-based violence. April 12th is a Saturday at 8:30. It's a disc golf tournament in Emmitsburg benefiting the Seton Center. And then kicking off on April 14th, it is the county-wide Good Morning Frederick Adult Egg Hunt. We will hide 300 eggs around Frederick County. At 9 a.m. on Good Morning Frederick's Facebook page, we will release the photo images of where all of the eggs are hidden, and you have to find them. Every single egg has a prize, including one of them has $500. One of them has 100 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. And then there are tons of gift cards from places like McClintock, Terrapin Travel, Intense Barbecue, 7th Street Cafe, Auto Spa, Red Horse Steakhouse, 10th Ward, Sandbox Brew House, and more. All right. Oh, also the Healing Storm just sent me theirs as well. So tons of prizes. Of course, there's some Good Morning Frederick merch. in there as well. Tons of great stuff. All right. So the locations, the images will be released at 9 a.m. on Good Morning Frederick's Facebook page. Now, throughout the week, we're going to see which ones have not been found, and then we're going to give you more hints, more clear hints about where they are, because we want all 300 eggs found and all prizes to be redeemed. All right, April 12th, the Flying Cows are back at home. April 16th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., it is Teacher Appreciation Day at Treat Trekkers. Teachers climb free. April 19th to 26th is Thurmont's Restaurant Week. And rounding out April, we got Ship's annual lip sync battle on the 24th. Buy your tickets right now. It's going to be a great time. On the 26th, it is a TJ High School community yard sale to benefit Safe and Sane. I think $25 spaces are, and that could be a great way to get rid of your stuff, do your spring cleaning, and make a little extra cash, and they make some money as well. And from 6 to 10 p.m., it's Andrea's House Rise and Renew Gala. On the 27th, it is the Stomp Out Heroin 5K at Baker Park. Plus, Pulling for Veterans Flea Market, another place where you can get rid of your stuff. So you could 2 days in a row, you can, if you have a lot of stuff to get rid of, book for both of those, right? You're helping two great organizations, you're making a little bit of extra money, and you're getting rid of your crap. That's what I need to do. All right, and then May 6th is a career fair and training center open house at the Monroe Center, the FCC satellite campus, I guess, just near the fairgrounds. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, all you have to do is email it to me, everythingfredericklive@gmail.com, and I will get it on for you. All right, we're moving right along to find out who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. You travel better with Antietam World Travel Service. It's your gateway to worry-free journeys. You get extensive networks, unmatched experience, and the personalized service allows you to travel the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com right now. Get started on that dream vacation. I had the chance to meet up with Christy and Laura in Baker Park, and they are with Wags for Hope. And of course, I also met their gorgeous four-legged babies. Baker Park, right near the gazebo. I'm with Christy and Laura. They are part of Wags for Hope. And this is Maya, and this is Sparkle, who has painted toenails. I'll have to get a close-up of that. Christy, I came in contact with you guys not so long ago.
Right.
And this organization, I didn't even realize, I know the founder, I didn't realize he had started this. You guys do a lot of reading in the library with kids.
Yes.
And you go visit people in therapy, right?
Right. We go to Frederick Health Hospital. We go to nursing homes. We go to the Frederick County Public Schools. And I have one dog always at the Thurmont Police Department because we have partnered with them as well.
Oh, wow. That's really great. What attracted you to Wags for Hope?
I wanted to share my dog with the community because I knew she was a great dog. Sparkle is the first dog that I've introduced into therapy work. So, and I knew that she was very good around other people and very friendly. So I wanted to share her with the Frederick County community.
Yeah. Laura, for you, you've been involved in the program since it started.
Yes, I have. I first started with a Jack Russell named Jack.
Okay.
And then I had Juno, which was her predecessor, who was same breed. And then I have Maya. And I love doing it because I see the joy that when you walk into any place with a dog or go anywhere with a dog, people just walk by right now. What do? They smile.
Of course. How can you look at a dog and not smile?
And
right?
I remember that one of the first times I went into a nursing home with my first dog, And people are sitting in wheelchairs, and they literally are just sitting there with blank stares.
Yeah.
And as soon as they see a dog, all of a sudden they stand up straighter, their eyes brighten up. And I noticed they did that not only with dogs, but with children.
Yeah.
Also, children do the same thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's why I did it and why I continue to do it, because of the joy that they bring to everybody else. And me too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really great. So, do you guys, how often do you bring in new dogs or new people, volunteers?
We do about 3 or 4, about quarterly. We do evaluations and seminars for new teams. So it's like a quarter, it's about 4 times a year.
Yeah.
They go to a seminar and we talk about Wags for Hope, what our teams are expected. And some of those people will say, not my dog.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And then we evaluate them. We run them through, certain scenarios to see if they walk nicely on a leash and different things that they do. And once they do that, they will pick a nursing home, assisted living, if that's what they want to do. And then they're teamed up with one of our members at that nursing home, which will shadow them. We also have some teams that prefer not to do nursing homes, but want to do the READ program. They want to go to the libraries and the schools.
Yeah.
So we have, and that you can do both.
Yeah.
And so, we'll team them up with somebody there. And the READ has to go through, the handler has to read a book and take a test.
Yeah.
It's an open book test.
Yeah.
What am I going to tell you? And so we do the same shadowing process and everything else.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest joy that you've had doing Wags for Hope?
Just making people happy.
Yeah.
They're just so excited to see a dog. The stress of your day, and you see a dog and you pet it, and they're just so happy. It breaks the day up for the kids at the school, at the hospital, when the nurses, the doctors, the patients.
Yeah.
They're just so excited to see a dog, to forget about their troubles. And
yeah, I think physiologically it's been proven that petting a dog actually lowers your blood pressure. It actually does physiologically help you, and it's beneficial.
Yes.
How many hours do people need to commit if they want to volunteer with Wags, if they pass everything that happens and all that?
We ask that you at least visit once a month.
Oh, wow.
Once a month.
That's
so it's
easy.
not, because it's all volunteer.
Sure.
We'll have some teams that visit every week.
Yeah.
So the maximum requirement, we ask that you at least visit once a month.
Yeah. How many people are part, how many members do you have?
We have, it's 70.
Oh, wow.
70 teams.
Yeah.
70 teams.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you cover the whole county or just kind of Frederick City and kind of just the surrounding?
Yeah, we do Frederick County.
Oh, the whole county.
We do the whole county, and we're thinking of going north. So we've gotten some requests to go, outside of Frederick County.
Okay. How can people watching, viewers, hi baby, how can Frederick help you? What can Frederick do to support Wags for Hope?
Donations.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it.
So what do the donations go toward?
Well, we have to be insured.
Okay.
So our insurance to insure the teams went up drastically.
Of course.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
So that's what majority of the money goes to, is the insurance to cover 70 teams.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you guys are liable in case anything happens to either a dog or a person and all that.
Right.
Unfortunate things, but yeah, you have to be covered for that.
And we are a nonprofit.
Yes.
So we don't get, the money people pay, donate goes to things like that. We also have every year, in October, we have Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
And it sounds just like it. It's at Sugarloaf Vineyard.
Yes.
And if you go to our website, you'll get the exact date. It's usually the second or third Saturday in October.
That's where I came in contact with you. I think when I was at the radio station, we were talking about us helping you at Halloween. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great event.
And that's what, that's what brings in a lot of our money. Of course, we have vendors that pay for all that too. And we're very, very lucky that the vineyard doesn't charge us. They say, here you go.
Have the place. Have at it.
Now, they do sell wine and everything else, but they basically say it's rent-free to us, which is
very generous.
Very, very generous. Very generous.
So is it any kind of dog you'll accept as long as they're well behaved and pass the tests and all that? Because these are little dogs. Typically, little dogs are a little yippier and a little snappier.
I tell people that Sparkle is a non-chihuahua. She doesn't bark.
You are friendly. A non-chihuahua. I know. You're very good and so soft.
Yeah, we have dogs of all size on our team.
Yeah.
We have the very large dogs, and then we have, of course, these little tiny dogs. And we got medium-sized dogs, too.
Yeah.
I always tell people we never discriminate against breed, only temperament. And that's the temperament we look at, not the breed.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Because I don't when they outlaw an entire breed somewhere when there are some really great dogs in that.
Yeah, and we never ever do that. I mean, we really just, the first thing we look at is how quiet is the dog, how does it greet people, and things like that. We don't say, well, this is this breed, they are whatever. So,
exactly. Dog Lovers Unite. I love it. All right. wagsforhope.org, right? wagsforhope.org. Donate your money. If you have a dog that has a great temperament like these two, Miss Maya, Miss Sparkles right here, you can maybe check the website for the next quarterly
under the volunteer tab. Watch become a volunteer, and it'll tell you how to sign up for everything.
Awesome, and you can do that too. And we look to support them. We'll continue to promote the Halloween coming up closer to October, so you can find out about that too. I know that's a great event, and it helps a wonderful organization. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Oh, what a great organization. We love that. And dogs do bring a light into our lives. All right, one more quick break. Then we're back with Smith's Creative Outlet, Possum Pets, and Adam playing Toto in The Wizard of Oz right after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They also can check out your windows and gutters and even build you a new patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just let Sandra know you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. Oh, be so appreciative for that, for sure. And she would love that as well. Okay, Smith's Creative Outlet. I got to meet Ashley and Jared, and they're doing some fun stuff. Traveled with Thermont, and I am with Ashley and Jared. Smith's Creative Outlet. And you guys are just very creative people. And Ashley, you teach people art in their homes. Tell me, like, your interest or how long you've been interested in art.
So I've been drawing since I was 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was homeschooled, so it was very great of my parents to allow us to be creative as we were taking our classes.
Yeah.
So it's always been some big passion of mine.
Yep.
And I found that a lot of kids don't, like, they want to start something, but they're not sure where to start.
Okay.
So I try and build my classes around the kids.
Yeah, that's great. What do you find, like, with kids, especially, you know, I mean, as schools have lost funding and all of that, those programs, music, art, are the ones that get cut. What do you find is easiest to kind of ease kids back into being creative?
I find, like, if you sit down at a piece of paper and you're lost, maybe find something that you're really interested in. For example, I have a client who's really into astronauts.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll find something that interests them in space, and we'll kind of draw circles and then build it into space.
Okay, excellent. So you start a little bit and then you can get more and more intricate. If someone was interested in having you come to their home, how does that work?
So they can usually contact us either through Facebook, Instagram, through my phone number or my website.
Yeah.
They can usually contact me that way, and we can arrange days that it works for them.
Okay. Do you work with a lot of homeschoolers now?
I don't right now, but I am offering classes for homeschoolers.
Oh, yeah, that's nice too, because sometimes that's difficult, I think. And Jared, you like to woodwork.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of those habits that now you're hopefully selling so you can continue to afford to keep doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's one of those things that you know, I don't know. It's an outlet, but it's an expensive one.
Yeah.
Once you start getting into tools and God forbid you get interested in exotic woods, it becomes a little bit more challenging to sustain.
Yeah. So what got your interest in that? Have you always built and done things like that?
I've always been interested in doing things with my hands. I think I take after my father a lot in that way.
Yeah.
And just recently, in the last couple years, I've gotten interested in doing woodworking because as we've worked on this house, I've not really been inclined to have someone come in and do the finishing for me. So I've been doing a lot of the finishing myself, seeing what works in the house and starting to do the woodwork in the house has really gotten my interest. And I said, you know, why not try and I'll build, you know, it started with a bench and then it's a table. And then, you know, we move into things like small wall cabinets and, you know, people tend to buy, you know, the easy grab and go things like cutting boards are a quick, easy grab and go that, you know, otherwise I don't have a lot of use for strips of wood other than, you know, tuck them away to hide and support something. So it allows for a unique piece that someone can have and use. And, you know, I really enjoy that, creating something that's useful.
Yeah. Where do you sell your stuff mostly?
A lot of the time it's really just at Colorfest or if Ashley has an event that she's attending, you know,
You send her with her arms full of.
I'll set up. I'll set up beside her. If I've got stuff or, you know, post it online. That's not always the most advantageous because, you know, the internet is someplace you could find literally anything that you're searching for at virtually any price point.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's hard to break into something like that without a large stock on hand.
Sure. Do you use online to learn how to do things like different carvings or different pieces of wood that you work with? Or how does one learn about all this stuff? Trial and error, maybe?
Yeah. If you don't have someone that you work with, unfortunately, it's a lot of online or trial and error, or you pick up a book, or, if you like, I enjoy talking with folks whenever I'm in at the lumber shop and, talk about what my intentions are with a piece. And then, might go back and forth with one of the guys that works there about, how could that be done? What would be the best tool? That's an $8,000 tool. I'm not buying that. And I've got a couple of friends that are into woodworking and crafting. Cool. So we'll a lot of the time kick ideas off of each other, or, borrow each other's tools. It's very cool. It's definitely been a learning experience because you learn very quickly when working with, saws and other mechanized equipment, what you don't do.
That sometimes you learn too quickly. Is there any particular wood you like working with?
So I think that one of my favorite things to work with recently has been hickory. Okay. I've actually made 2 hickory cabinets that are here in this room that the grain is really nice. It's a hard wood, but it's not terrible to work with. Some of the hard woods, when you look at some of the exotics, are just a little, I don't want to say too tough, but they definitely require some more patience. Yeah.
And Ashley, for you, what is your favorite medium to work in as far as being creative?
So recently I've gone really into acrylic.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is easy for me to work with.
Yeah.
I tried oil painting in college and I found that it is so messy and I didn't like the smell of it. It wasn't expensive, Yeah. But acrylic, like, I can work with it, and if I end up making a mistake, it's really easy to fix.
Yeah, we just did a paint night, and the girl who was doing our paint night said you can just paint right over it. You let it dry, and you can just put another layer on.
Yes,
that's very forgiving that way.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
What do you like to paint?
So recently, I've been focusing a lot on mental and physical health.
Mm-hmm.
I find that it helps me. It's like my therapy outside of therapy, but it also connects with other people as well.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find different ways to connect with people with that.
And do you sell your pieces?
I do.
Oh, very nice. So that's where your husband comes and sets up next to you and does that?
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Well, these guys are in Thurmont, and you can find them, I'm sure. Do you list like where you guys are if you're going to be selling somewhere?
Usually we're at Colorfest right in front of our house on Frederick Road. But otherwise, usually you can find where we're at on Facebook.
Oh, very good. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you guys. I love when creativity can support a habit so you can keep buying that wood and maybe a few of those tools. And teaching people how to be creative, I think, is a great gift, because I think we just don't do it often enough anymore. And, with electronics and all those sorts of things, doing things with your hands, just like woodworking, I think is very satisfying. And people are missing that a little bit, I think. So that's great.
Thank you so much.
You very much.
Appreciate you coming down here.
Of course. All right. Love that. People being creative. All right. Let's find out about our next possum pet. Possum Pets is sponsored by the Maryland Lottery. Tons of ways to win with hot scratch-offs like Big Money, where a $5 ticket could net you $50,000, or the $2 Monopoly ticket with the top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for all the details. Plus, you can download the app and scan your tickets to see if you're a winner. You must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Here is Maisie.
Meet Maisie, this week's Pet of the Week. At 90 plus pounds, Maisie is currently one of our largest dogs available for adoption. She arrived at the shelter through no fault of her own, but rather her family was moving and could not take her along. She She shared her previous home with children, and although she did not live with other dogs, her previous owner indicated she played nicely with friends and other family members' dogs. Maisie is friendly and loves attention, but is still settling into the shelter routine. She can be a little shy when meeting new people, but giving her treats wins her over quickly. It's not too late to take advantage of the shelter's March Madness deal. Adopters can shoot for their discount. Make a basket in 3 attempts, and your adoption fee is $7.50. Miss all 3 attempts, you still only pay $20. If you're interested in meeting Maisie or any other AMTA shelter, please make a reservation at visitfcac.as.me or give us a call at 301-600-1546.
Oh, yes. Visit fcac.as.me. All right. We are wrapping up. I know we're over time, but it's okay. We've got our market makers. It's important. We got to get to it all. I'm telling you, these shows are packed. Oh, my goodness. All right. Market Makers is sponsored by Dublin Roasters, the Frederick Coffee House, fueled by love and positivity. Visit Dublin Roasters at 1780 North Market Street or at DublinRoastersCoffee.com, where you can have it delivered right to your door or place an order to be picked up at your convenience. All right. Adam stars as Toto in The Wizard of Oz, and I had to ask what it was like for an actor to get that role.
Home of everything, Frederick, 401 North Market Street, right in downtown. I just met Adam. You are an actor, right?
Yes.
In a production, The Wizard of Oz.
Yes,
that's
right.
going to be at the Weinberg. When is that happening?
Easter weekend.
Okay. What is it with The Wizard of Oz and Easter? Because I remember as a kid growing up, Wizard of Oz was always on TV around Easter time.
Yeah. Like originally, I think they broadcast it on TV as a certain time of year or often during holidays.
Yeah, it was always kind of around Easter. That's funny. I'll have to look that up, that trivia. I know one of you out there might know it. All right. So Other Voices Theater is where Dance Unlimited, the same building, right? Or
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And that's right on Jefferson Street in
Yes.
Frederick. Okay. How long have you been acting?
Since high school.
Okay.
That's when I kind of got the acting bug. And,
All right.
And right after high school, I really kind of dove into it, working at the Washington County Playhouse, and eventually I worked my way up here to Frederick. And,
Okay. And in The Wizard of Oz, your role is?
I play Toto.
Okay. I was very surprised by that answer. That was not what I was expecting. So tell me a little bit about this production of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. In this production, it is a original adaptation.
Okay.
So it's not a stage version of the MGM film that everybody knows.
Okay.
It's kind of like if you were to take the story of the Wizard of Oz and a stunning dance recital, and you put it in a blender and sprinkle in a couple songs. That is what our production is.
I love it.
And Toto kind of serves as the narrator. So he can break the fourth wall and speak to the audience.
I love it.
So I'm not just in a dog costume on my hands and knees for 2 hours.
I was going to say, my knees hurt just thinking about it. That's really interesting, though, because obviously everybody knows the story.
Mm-hmm.
When you can kind of twist it up like that, it really just does give a different parallel universe, I guess, to it.
Yeah. So you're familiar with the story and you're familiar with the characters, but it's not something where you're going to expect.
Yeah.
You can't expect everything. There's
Right.
going to be a new angle introduced here and there.
Yeah.
And the dialogue is modern, so we're not trapped
Gotcha.
in the year 1900.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's really interesting. So this is premiering at the Weinberg Easter weekend. How many shows are you guys doing?
3.
Oh, wow. All right. You can get your tickets at weinbergcenter.org for this rendition. What do you love about acting?
It's a break from regular life.
Yeah.
Instead of dealing with your own problems, you get to deal with someone else's
Right.
in front of people.
Yeah.
at popular prices.
Yeah, exactly. To some people that might be terrifying, but no, I can understand why playing something else and kind of stepping out of your own reality would be really interesting.
Yeah.
How many people are a part of this production? There a lot?
It's a lot.
Yeah. These are big productions, right?
Yeah. Like I would have to guess there's at least 30 dancers.
Yeah. Wow.
And there's a ton of help backstage.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do it without all those people, right?
It's a lot of
Any
people.
costume changes for you?
No.
Okay, so
No.
you stay in whatever you come out in, that is it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's easy. Was there a role? Was this the role you wanted?
Well, I didn't know what the show was.
Okay.
So obviously I'm familiar with The Wizard of Oz. I've done the stage version of the MGM version 2 times before. But Donna Grimm approached me and she was like, hey, we're doing this new version of The Wizard of Oz and I want you to be Toto. And I'm like, huh?
Okay. So you thought what I thought
Exactly.
when you said you were Toto.
Right. So then she explained it more,
Okay.
as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
You get to break the fourth wall. You're not on your hands and knees. You're walking and you're talking to the audience.
I love it.
And then I got it, especially after reading the script.
Yeah. And do you sing and dance?
We dance. The dancers do a lot of the dancing, but the actors do some of the dancing.
Okay.
And then this year we are adding songs to it for the first time.
Yeah.
So there'll be some singing this time.
Very good. Excellent. All right. If there was one thing or one reason our audience should come see the show, what would that be?
It's just a fun family event. It's something that all ages will appreciate. And I think we check all the boxes, from the talent to the choreography, to the lights, the costumes, to the sets and the projections. And I think you're in for a little bit of escapism during the time you are in the Weinberg.
Yeah. And how much do you like performing at the Weinberg Center? Is it nice?
Yeah, it's great. It's just to be on that big stage and to hear the response from as many people as the Weinberg holds. It's second to none.
Yeah. Well, be a part of that audience. Go to weinbergcenter.org. Grab your tickets for The Wizard of Oz Easter weekend. Thanks to the fine folks like Adam and all the others as well, on stage and behind the scenes for that great production. Thank you guys for watching.
All right. I know we've gone over, but hey, it is the eve of our 1-year anniversary. I appreciate you watching so much and sharing the stream. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. to kick off our 1-year anniversary. Come to the home of everything Frederick between 9 and 11 a.m. for some really fun surprises. You can watch, of course, anytime, especially on YouTube. Have a great day, and let's get out there and let's be great